Yo, this is Bilal Muhammad, and you're listening to the CMO Speaks podcast.
Yeah, people let it talk, I let them do it all week. When it's time, better let the man Simo speak.
Welcome back to another edition of CMO Speaks, live right after the Chelsea Bournemouth game. I got Ewell, I got Lul. How we feeling, guys?
Not good. It's Chelsea in December, so it's made up to not be good. I got exams as well, so yeah.
Oh, so you just got
But
life kicking your ass from all
life in
sides.
Chelsea, but life in Chelsea. That's what it.
Dude,
But
it
outside
feels
football
bad.
wise, it's good.
It feels bad. I think I was telling somebody this like a week ago after our performance against Leeds. I was basically like, if this is just bad form for the time being, or maybe the wrong lineup, or like, you know what I mean? If this was just like a hiccup, I'll be happy. And I was just hoping and praying that this wasn't the mid-season Maresca slump that we saw and we witnessed last year. And also, it happened at Leicester, it happened at Parma or whatever club he was at before. Um, but the more this goes on, the more it's looking like that's what this is.
I mean, look, I'm a neutral, right? Like watching today, man, the lap can't catch a break, bro. What's going on with the guy?
I mean, he was injured for like big parts of the season, so I cut him some slack. But yeah, I
Is that is
mean,
that is that something that you guys worry about going forward? Is that he's always going to be kind of injury prone, or is this just like initial knocks coming back from it?
no, I don't know about this, but this one I think it's a dislocated shoulder. Since so I don't know, maybe it could be out for months, or it could be just a knock, or someone the shoulder just popped in. But I mean, once you dislocate your shoulder, it's like it's never the same, right? It's always prone to get dislocated majority of the or get the dislocated here, there, and in between. So I mean, yeah, it is worrying, but yeah, I mean, I think he struggled with with coming back and like the chemistry with the team, because if you're out for majority of the season and you're going to a new club, you're going to struggle for the first few games. So I think he's been struggling to get into games. He's been focusing more on clattering the opponent rather than actually trying to play football and combine with his teammates. So
I was gonna
yeah.
say, like, I feel like this injury, it was kind of a freak one, and I feel like, it's tough on him. But I do feel like at the same time, the way he's been playing recently, especially today, like I opened Twitter in like the 80th minute of the game and I saw a Hater Central post. They did a shit comp of Liam Delap today, and they tagged WWE and UFC, and it's right. Like the man he was just trying to beef. He was just trying to elbow niggas, kick niggas. He was just doing the most, and it's like you can't be this like like at least Costa did it in a way where it's like you can get away with it. This guy is like he's being so obvious, and he's just hitting people, and you're surprised when he comes off injured. You know what I mean? It's just like just play your game, but and maybe don't be that physical.
Obviously, not the score line or the result you guys were looking for, but any bright spots? Any silver linings you saw?
Honestly, there was zero bright spots. Like honestly, like objectivity has leads me to say there was no positivity, not
All right,
even
look,
one.
I'm not even trying to
Maybe
troll.
Wesley Fofana. Maybe Wesley Fofana. That's
Okay.
the only thing.
I was gonna
That's the
say,
only
yeah,
thing.
like it's probably easier for me to say what wasn't or what was really bad, and we can pick the things that weren't that bad. Garnacho today, bro, like it just looked like he was inside that right back's pocket like the whole game. If he wanted to go right, the defender knew. If he's gonna fake left and go right, the defender's gonna wait for him on the right side. He already knew everything this guy was gonna do. Neto, like, I mean, I've been saying this for weeks now. Like, very hit and miss, very inconsistent. The moment the quality of the squad goes up, I see him being one of the first people out the door. Um, like Liam didn't give us nothing. I think yeah, Wesley was looking good. I think Reese, it's tough on him to be in the midfield and try to own it by himself. But if I was to give anybody even a yellow, not a green light, but a yellow light today, it'd probably be Reese in midfield. I think Enzo didn't do enough. I think Palmer didn't do enough. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably yeah, maybe Reese, because yeah, second half is straight down to him, because he kind of dictated the tempo and slowed the game down. Maybe allowed us into the game more, but yeah, the final third quality is just nowhere near good enough. Like Garnacho can control the football. That's why he can create a separation. It's
I mean,
it's
how does it
bad.
feel to be under the Garnacho experience, man?
Oh,
Welcome,
it's horrible.
welcome to the club.
I watched almost all of the United games, right? So I already knew what kind of player he was. He was a player that like he needs a highway, bro. He's like Lightning McQueen, bro. He needs like straight lines, no opposition. That's when he thrives, right? But yeah, once you put a fullback and you limit his space, yeah, he's terrible, bro.
Let me
He
read
can't
to
control the
you.
football, can't create separation. His 1v1 numbers are terrible, bro. His 1v1 numbers. He's a direct player, but 80% of the time he doesn't complete a dribble. So that just says it all. If you're playing with wingers that are out wide with no support, right? With no overlaps, very few underlaps. You're gonna struggle if you're not a specialist in 1v1 situations, and he's definitely not one. Definitely not.
Let me read to you the key stats from Chelsea today against Bournemouth. Okay. 11 shots, 4 on target, 0 big chances. Uh, 0 corners. Almost half the XG of Bournemouth with 60% possession. And I think this is kind of just our problems in a nutshell, right? It's like you have 11 shots, 4 on target, but you can't call one of them a big chance. You aren't producing enough on the attacking side. As you can see, we have 0 corners for a 90-minute match. I think it's just our attack looks pitiful, and I feel like it's tough on people like Delap because he's been injured. He hasn't had the ability to play regular games and get into any kind of form. Um, but it's hard for me to feel bad for them when I see them play like this, and I feel like, they're causing a lot of the problems on themselves.
Nah, I mean, to be honest, like just at a final point, like I mean, we always see it. It's like it's a thing with Chelsea, bro. As Barcelona and Bayern Munich are way easier games for us than competing against a Bournemouth away team or a Leeds away because they're gonna bring the physicality. They're gonna be up for it. They don't have Europe, right? So they're gonna be more physically rested. And the second we start facing adversity, we crumble. And when we have to rotate as well the amount of rotations we do like week in week out at some point it's bound to break, and when you first start dropping points and then you lose the other one, it's a continuation of what we're struggling with in physicality in the squad and rotation. We don't have good enough depth. That's why
Yeah, that
it's
was the main thing I saw today was I think at every position we got physically touched. The wingers were getting touched. Our center backs were getting bullied sometimes. Our midfielders were getting touched. And I just feel like when you saw the way we played against Barcelona, one of our biggest qualities was physicality, determination. We were going in there, killing shit, winning the ball back, circulating. Today, it looked like Bournemouth was the team that was doing that. You know what I mean? They were the ones killing, getting that ball back, circulating the ball, and it's really frustrating when we can play up to certain opposition, but then when we get other lower opposition, like we just drop our level completely, even below the oppositions.
Yeah,
And
it's a mentality thing. It's definitely a mentality thing. It's the second you face something inferior, your mind gets on a relaxing mode. And of course, if you don't have those, and then the rotation comes into it. So if you usually don't rotate right, and you have those same players that were doing the physical job against Barcelona and Arsenal, and they were physically competing. They were dominating the game, the possession, and then you go into the next game and you take them out of it. The second you take them out of it, or some of them out of it, the ones you replace them with becomes an issue because they didn't match or they didn't compete in that same game because they didn't play right. So they're trying to like gain their own kind of physicality, rhythm, and mentality, and the team level drops once we just switch out 2 3 players. Like it always happens, and of course it's difficult to maintain your physical levels with the ones that's staying in the team once you play the amount of games you play. Because let's say Kukurea. He's been playing for like almost every single game. Like Joel Hutto's not getting a minute. He's not getting a rest. So I mean, it's bound to like lead to physical decline from Kukurea in this probably in these next few games because he's playing way too much. He's not getting a rest.
Last question for you guys before I get you out of here and I'll let you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. What are your thoughts on Mark? Mark, what is it? Mark Giu? Is that how you say it?
Marquinhos, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about the guy?
To be honest, to be fair, he is a player that I mean he brings the physical level. He's a pressing machine, so I can never doubt like his in terms of his hunger and his determination and the how he comes into games because he always comes into the games and he's always 100% up for it and he tries his best. His effort is 10 out of 10. But yeah, I mean the effort isn't quality, right? So I mean, the problem with this Chelsea squad is we have way too much inexperience, and I mean, inexperience cannot doesn't even mean age, but it means like players who's played in top five leagues and proved
You guys
themselves.
need another Conte,
I
another
mean,
N'Golo. Oh
uh,
my God.
we 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 need. I mean,
We
in
need
terms of the
Xhaka.
Mark Gui case, the how you can't ask too much for him because he's not meant to be this player that's delivering like when you get injuries week in week out in the Premier League. This guy is like he barely played any minutes for Barcelona, although he scored on his debut. He's kind of a he's not a good shot taker. He's just more of a pit bull. He's there to like create chaos. He's not someone that like puts the ball in the back of the net. He has some decent movement up there here and there, but yeah, I mean the inexperience, the quality issue out wide just strengthens his lack of like ability to score goals.
Yeah, I think you all mentioned it, but I think the kid is young. He's inexperienced. You can't really rely on him, ask too much of him. And at the same time, you're not really doing the necessary steps to build this young player into like a beast, right? Like you're not giving him the minutes. We've been begging for this guy to feature. The only reason he featured today is because Delap can't control himself and got in a tussle and then, messed his shoulder up. Um, so you're not developing the guy. You're not giving him the minutes. You're not gonna turn this guy into the beast that we need. You're just, throwing him in. Uh, it feels like you're just throwing a kid into the wild. Every time this kid plays, like there's no plan for him. We're not really trying to feed him the ball. Even if we do get him the ball, he doesn't really do much with it. And like Yoel said, he's not really a good shot taker. Even today, like I seen this guy take 3 shots, and all three of them were rushed. He had like 5 men around him. Like no reason why he should shoot that. He should really just circulate it. But he's a striker. He needs to prove something, so he's gonna take the shot on target and get and stat pad. So, I think yeah, I think it's tough to be too critical on him. Um, but at the same time, I do want to see him play more, and I do want to see us develop him. If he's gonna be here, if he's gonna be, getting wages, taking a spot up on the bench, training every day, like give him some minutes at least. Maresca December January slump is usually a January slump. It started early December now, so pray for us. We might be finished.
Yeah, we might be. Yeah. Thank God I've got exams, so my head will be elsewhere. But yeah, I mean, I wish for days we had this striker behind me, this Drogba guy, because yeah, it's gonna be peak in December.